What is up, fellow YouTubers? It's your sexy goth bad boy, King Cobra JFS, Gothic King Cobra, back at you with another video. So I just got back from the Ozzy concert, and that concert was fucking lit. Ozzy and Zach Wade and all them, man, that concert was killer. Thank you for coming to Colorado and jamming out. You know, you know how you celebrate a concert? You jump to the music, you scream and shout, and you sing along to every song until your voice is too hoarse to carry on. And you jump to the music until your calves are too sore to walk. That's how you fucking do it. So I go to Colorado and I buy a couple joints, one for before the concert, one for after. And right after GPS had got us lost, we finally get there. And right next to the Pepsi Dome was this giant white building with a huge white clock tower. That was pretty sweet. I get into the concert, and we would have gotten there sooner if GPS hadn't screwed us over, but even though we missed the first half of the concert, which was Stone Sour, silver lining, we didn't miss Ozzy. Don't get me wrong, I like Stone Sour, they're pretty cool. But I was mainly going to that concert to see Ozzy, you dig? And Zach Wade up on stage with his black and green kilt, rocking that guitar like it's nobody's business. I'm like, you know, Zach Wade is no Randy Rhoads, Roadies, however you pronounce it. But he's damn good at guitar. I mean, damn good. Like, I'm sitting there going, dude, as a fellow guitarist, I'm like, dude, I gotta step my game up, god damn. Like, okay, so I smoke a joint before the concert. That got me going pretty good. Get into the concert, go up, and I see the bar is selling Jack Daniels, and I'm like, oh. I go in there and I buy a double shot of Jack and Coke. Damn near 20 bucks. Totally worth it. And we made it just in time for Ozzy's second half of the show. I'm sitting there jamming out on stage. I can't find my fucking seat because it's dark and it's loud, you know. And this usher, she comes up to me with this attitude like, sir, you know what I'm saying? You need to quit spilling your drink. And I'm like, what? She goes, you're spilling your drink on the floor. You're getting ice cubes all over the place. And I'm just like looking down like, and I wanted to get snappy right back. You know how I get with people who get in my face, and she wasn't really in my face, she was just rude. And my general response to rude people is to be rude right back to them. And if they don't like it, well then why are they being rude to me? But I'm like, no, dude, I don't want to get kicked out of the concert. So I very politely and very calmly explained to her, I can't find my seat. Okay, I'm trying to find it. And she stood there like, I've already let you listen to 2 songs. You need to get out of the aisle. And I'm just like, pull up my ticket. And I'm like, hey, look, I can't find my seat, right? So I finally find my seat. Cool. And then the rest of the concert. Now people are going to ask, did you get late at the concert? No. Don't care. I got to see Ozzy live. Totally worth it. Second thing, well, did you bring the wand you made for Ozzy to the concert? No, and it's probably a good thing I didn't, because I brought my wand to the concert, and I barely got through security with it. They're like, what the hell is that? And I'm like, it's a wand. Oh, well, what's it for? You magic? And I'm like, yeah, I'm spiritual and I'm also autistic, and I left it at that. And after I said autistic, you're like, oh, you're good, dude, just keep it in your pocket. Okay. Fine by me. Now, right when Ozzy started playing Mama, I'm Coming Home, keep in mind Ozzy wrote that song for his wife, Sharon. So I shouted, we love you, Sharon! Just for respect for Ozzy and what have you, you know what I'm saying? As long as I possibly could. I was basically jumping to the music, shouting and singing along to the music, until my calves were too sore to walk, until my voice was so freaking hoarse I could barely talk. That's how you do it. I'm like, you know what? The GPS took us for a runabout. I got to smoke a little weed before the concert and after the concert, and fucking A. I kept one of the containers that I purchased my legal weed in. I went to it. Now, I've always, like, whenever I go down to Colorado with friends to smoke, I've never gone in the dispensary because, to me, I'm like, you know, if I'm going to go into a dispensary for the first time, I want it to be when I'm legally purchasing. Fair enough, right? So usually when my friends go to Colorado and they take me with, they'll go in and do their thing, and then we'll go to a friend's house of theirs in Colorado to smoke and just, you know. But I'm like, no, dude, it's the Ozzy concert. Let's go inside. Let's take a look around, see what they got. And there's a container that I had a legally purchased joint in. It's empty, of course, because, you know, marijuana is illegal in Wyoming, which is stupid because Wyoming is run by Republicans who love money. And then you got the oil fields, okay? Oil doesn't last very long. You get these big oil spills and these oil booms, whatever you want to call them. And then the oil booms last for a little bit. Then what happens? The oil dries out, and then the economy starts sucking again. So you'd think Wyoming would be a bit more open-minded with legalization. But keep in mind, marijuana was legal in Wyoming until about 1980. Wyoming was one of the last states to raise drinking age to 21 and to go, quote-unquote, zero tolerance. Off topic. But anyways, yo, like I said, man, there's... I barely got away with bringing my wand to the concert. If I would have brought Ozzy's wand too, they would have been like, what the hell is that? I would have been like, it's a gift for Ozzy. I'm one of his biggest fans, and I made it for him. And I'm autistic. They probably would have let it slide, but at the same time, I probably would have gotten a lot of questionable looks. And I didn't want to get damaged or broken at the concert. You know what I'm saying? Because this thing's pretty fucking sweet. Now let me show that off real quick on camera. Check this out. This thing's pretty cool. Yeah, dude. I mean, that thing compared to this one right here, that looks like a freaking steak, man. Like you impale somebody with, you know. So that would have been more reasonable to consider as a weapon, you know, what have you. But no, I was smart about it. I drank like 3 Monsters before going to the concert. Smoked a joint before the concert, and then smoked one after the concert. So by the time I got to the concert, I was a little bit stoned and hyped up on caffeine, and then I went and bought a double shot of Jack Daniels and Coke, which ended up costing almost $20. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. If people went to the concert and literally bought 2 double shots of Jack and Coke, they literally made enough money to buy another bottle of Jack, so I know how that works. I didn't care. I'm like, okay, the shirts are a little pricey, but that's alright. I don't care. Drinks are a little bit overpriced. Don't care. GPS was trying to fuck with me and the concert buddy I was going with. Don't care. Still had an awesome time. You know? This is going to be a concert I'm never going to forget. Zach Wade was killing it on the guitar, yo. Up there on stage with his black and green kilt, playing the guitar with his teeth and behind his head and stuff. It was pretty cool. Hell yeah. Right when I stepped outside of the concert, right after I got done with the concert, and I'm walking to the car, and before getting in the car, I'm like, well, I want to finish this real quick. Sparked that joint. Before I sparked it, I raised the joint into the air, and I said, this one's for Ozzy. Put the joint in my mouth, fucking lit that son of a bitch. Oh yeah. Just walking out of the concert with a lit joint in my hand like it's no one's business. No one stopped me. No one said shit. It was beautiful. It was almost too surreal, dude. When you're walking in a state where it's legal and you can just walk down the street as long as you're not near a dispensary, you can just, or near a school, you know, you can just walk down the street and no one's gonna say shit. I'm sitting there going, dude, this is fucking awesome. Why can't Wyoming be like this? I mean, that's just the thing of it, dude. Like, you could be telling people, oh yeah, I'm going for a snowboarding trip in Colorado. Code for, yeah, snowboarding my ass. I mean, this is money that could be in your state's back pocket, but instead of it being in your state's back pocket, it's going to Colorado. So the reason why Colorado's been making so much money off of weed is because it's one of the few legal states for recreational use. That's why I guarantee you Colorado would make a little bit less money if the whole goddamn country were legal, but they'd still make enough money to do their thing, you know? No, but check this out. Once we finally got to the concert, we're coming around chopper circle, you know what I'm saying? And right as we're coming around the bend, I see this white building with this huge-ass, gorgeous clock tower, and I'm like, I lean out the window and I'm already kind of stunned. I'm like, dude, that's a cool-looking clock tower. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo. I mean, come on, you're in a state where it's legal and you're going to a rock concert and you're old enough to partake. Why the not? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, dude. I didn't smoke it in the driver's car or with the door open. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just, I gotta think. Gotta think. And, also made sure I had a change of clothes for the morning. That way, you know what I'm saying? Because so if someone were to stop you and be like, sir, you smell like marijuana. Why is that? I'd be like, because I was just at an Ozzy Osbourne concert in Denver, Colorado. It was epic, officer. Yeah, no. Gotta be smart about that shit. Gotta be smart about that shit. And right when Ozzy started singing Mama, I'm Coming Home, that's the song he wrote for Sharon, I shouted, we love you, Sharon, as long as I could. For respect for Ozzy and, you know, yeah, dude. People are going to be like, so, did you bring your wand you made for Ozzy to the concert? The only reason I didn't is because, as I figured, I barely got through concert security with this thing. They were looking at me like, the fuck is that? And they said, the sign says, empty all metal out of your pockets. So they don't specify that, they just mean like keys and shit like that. So I'm emptying out my pipe tool, my coins, and my wand. I left my keys in my bag in the car because there's no way in hell I was going to lose these at a concert. No. I did end up bringing my taser and my knife for protection. I left that in the car when I was at the concert as well, and when I went into the dispensary to purchase some legal shit for the concert, yeah. But didn't end up needing it, but better to be safe than sorry and need it than not and have it than need it not have it, yeah. So after consuming like 3 monsters and a couple joints before or like at least one joint before the concert, and then freaking, yeah, dude. I was already caffeinated up and feeling pretty good off that weed. I get into the concert, ordered me a Jack Daniels double shot with Coke. One drink was all I needed, because holy shit, damn near $20 a glass. I'd be like, yo! But I know how that goes with bars at concerts and bars in general. They generally charge a little bit more than they should for the drinks. That way they make money and have enough to restock. So I get that. And you want to talk about a packed concert. Holy shit. One other thing, too, is Ozzy's not going to stop touring. I heard him say at the concert, "That's a crock of shit, man. I got one more world tour. And then after that, I'm just doing the United States and that's it." And I'm like, hell yeah. How many people do you know, YouTube? How many people do you know that are in their 70s that are still touring and doing work? And there's a lot of people who are older and still working, yes, but how many of them do you know are rocking out like that? You know what I'm saying? And me being a huge Ozzy fan, dude, I was getting into it. GPS took us for a runaround. We ended up missing half the concert, but we didn't miss Ozzy, so silver lining, right? Yeah. And it's kind of hard to just go crazy with it when you got people squished up against you in a huge stadium, but so you're getting into it and trying not to bump into people or touch them or anything, you know. It's just like, dude. I did have a couple people recognize me down there when I was in Colorado. They didn't, like, approach me, but, like, as soon as I started riding the escalator to get to the top to walk to the nearest bar, order a drink, and then go into the concert, I heard someone shout, "Gothic King Cobra, now it's a party." And I'm like, yeah, dude. So even if they didn't approach me, considering how large the crowd was, I'm actually even surprised that a couple people even recognized me. Heard someone say, "Gothic King Cobra, legends never die," and I'm like, goddamn right. Dude, Zach Wade was killing it on the guitar. You don't even know. Up there on stage in a black and green kilt, playing the guitar with his teeth, playing it behind his head, just like Jimi Hendrix, man. I was like, damn. I don't care who you are, dude. You see Zach Wade play guitar live. If you're a guitar player, it just puts your shit to shame, dude. On the for real, though, like, if you're a guitar player, I don't give a fuck how good you are, dude. Zach Wade is one of the legends on the guitar. You know what I'm saying? Zach Wade, Zach Wild, however you say it. Yeah, dude, it was cool. I mean, understandably so, when I say this is my wand, and this is the wand I made for Ozzy, the fan-made gift. This thing looks like a miniature steak almost. So I'm like, yeah, you know, maybe good idea leaving that at home and mail that off when we can. Yeah. So I'm kind of glad till I waited till after the concert to mail it off, because now it'll have more meaning to it. You know what I'm saying? Because before the concert, oh, you're just mailing it off because you're a fan. That's cool. But mailing it off after the concert, mailing it off because you're a fan and you saw him live again, that's going to mean more when I mail it off. So, same can be said with touching up my Ozzy knuckles, yo. Yo. So, like, I get to the concert finally, missed the first half of it, you know. Already got a nice stone going, and then I go up the escalator, go to the bar, you know. And then I had this usher who was just being really rude to me. This chick was giving me some serious attitude, right? She's like, "You need to quit standing in the aisle. I've already let you listen to 2 songs." Sitting there like she's going to kick me out. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And then she got more pacey, and she's like, "You need to quit spilling your drink. You're getting ice cubes all over the stairs." And I'm like, looking at her like, seriously? I can't find my seat, and I'm getting into the music, so I got distracted. So, normally when people are rude to me, I have this urge to be rude right back to them, but I'm like, nope, something told me to just be polite and respectful, so that's exactly what I did. I says, well, I have a ticket, I just can't find my seat, and I pull out my ticket, and she looks at it, well, you're right here, and then, interestingly enough, like, when these, ushers were looking at me like, this guy is pushing it, I'm like, I'm at a rock concert enjoying myself, come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you buy 2 grams. One's a joint, and the other one's just a regular gram. You know what I'm saying? You can smoke both of those within a couple hours easy and not have anything on you when you travel back. That being said, I did have a little bit of weed loaded into my tobacco pipe when I was at the Ozzy concert. And right when Ozzy hit the stage, I'm like, dude, fuck this, I'm at a concert. Took a massive fucking rip. Just went like that and blew it into the air. And the people at the concert, the ushers are like, oh, this guy's pushing it. I'm like, dude, pull the stick out of your ass, man. Goddamn. And I took a hit. It was at the concert. It wasn't like, oh, okay, you know. And like I had the last half of my other gram that I bought in my pipe, plus I had the pre-rolled in my pocket. Speaking of pre-rolled, where did I set that? Here it is. Here's a souvenir. Check this out. This is the container from the pre-rolled that I bought. Obviously, it's empty. Like, I literally smoked half a gram of weed before going to the concert, and then put the other half in my pipe. This one, to be exact, is empty now, of course. But that just makes it smarter when you're traveling across state lines. Make sure you scrape it out real good when you're done smoking weed out of it, so that way it doesn't have anything in it, you know. Smoke a little bit of tobacco out of it so the wood don't stink funny. You know, because tobacco pipes aren't illegal. And I'm autistic, dude. Like, I had no cigarettes, and then I went and bought a pack, but there you go. Prior to not having any cigarettes, I'm like, well, if I want tobacco, this is the only way I'm going to be able to smoke out of it, so, I'm like, you know, thank you to the ushers for not kicking me out of the concert. Sorry, I was such a handful. Oh, I couldn't be more sarcastic if I wanted to be. And then I had people talking shit about me at the concert. Like, I didn't care if I was sweating, sweat dripping down my face, washing off all the Sharpie that I had on my eyes, stinging my eyes, because I mentioned on a Facebook Live video, if you're going to use Sharpie to pull the eyeliner, if you get real sweaty, it'll wash off and it'll sting your eyes just a little bit. But I didn't care. The eyeliner washing off my face, my hair is all sweaty. Didn't care. I pulled off my bandana and I said to myself inside my head, fuck my trichoteria. That's what I said inside my head. I says, fuck my trichoteria. I'm headbanging into this shit. Just getting into it, you know. Jumping to the music until my calves were too sore to walk. Screaming and singing along to the music until my voice was too hoarse. Yeah. Had some people behind me, they're like, oh, he's going bald. And I'm like, dude, I got trichoteria, but whatever. Like, people and their opinions, dude. Why can't people just keep their opinions to themselves? That's what I don't get. I had a couple people calling me trans and calling me a fag because of the way I was dressed, and I'm looking at them like, you people are stupid. People started calling me trans, and I grabbed my junk, and I'm like, shit, I'm proud of what I got between my legs. Why would I want to cut that off? People called me a fag, and I ignored them, and as soon as they saw me checking out some of the cute girls down in Colorado, they're like, "Oh, okay, you know what? Got the kink over straight, right on." You know what I'm saying? Speaking of which, people are like, "Well, did you get laid at the concert?" No, and that's quite alright. That is quite alright. I don't care. I got to see Ozzy, totally worth it. But let me tell you something. When I'm walking by all these chicks that I don't even know, they don't even know me, didn't even stop to talk to me, just a passing stranger in the distance. That's it. A mere passing stranger in the distance. Out of the corner of my eye, I don't know if it was just me or what, but the soap I was wearing, oh yeah, dude, chicks responded to that soap real good. Like, not even bullshitting you, that soap that I ordered, yeah, dude, chicks were digging that soap, man. You know what I'm saying? There, at least I didn't have to get sex to notice that chicks were responding to my soap that I ordered. Like, you don't need to fuck a chick to make a good impression. That's what guys need to realize. And pretty much every chick I walked by said, "Ooh, he smells good." And I'm sitting there in the hotel eating breakfast, about to hit the road. Continental breakfast, of course. This one dude was, I think he recognized me from my YouTube because he's like, "Oh, that's Gothic King Cobra." And he's like, "Dude, I gotta get me some of that soap. Look how chicks are responding to him." No bullshit. Yeah, dude. Step the game up. People are like, "Well, isn't $10 a bit stiff for soap?" I'm like, I'll tell you what's stiff. Paying almost $20 for a double shot of Jack and Coke when 2 orders of that, practically you bought the whole new bottle. I get why they do that. You know, I didn't care that the drinks were overpriced, honestly, because the concert was just that badass. I get out of the concert, and as I'm walking to the car, I'm like, this one's for Ozzy. You know, I pulled the joint out of this empty container that you see right here, and I raised it to the air, and I'm like, this is for Ozzy. And I fucking sparked that bitch, and I'm just like, looking around like, oh, no dispensaries, okay, no schools, alright, we're golden. Fucking walked to the car smoking that shit. And finished it outside the car, of course, because you don't want to be stupid about that shit. But that is just a surreal feeling, dude, when you're in public just randomly smoking a joint and no one says shit about it. No one's stopping you saying, "Hey, what are you doing, you little shit? Little drug addict piece of shit. What are you doing?" That is a surreal feeling, dude. Like, I don't know if it made the high better, but goddamn, dude. Now, whenever I've gone to Colorado to smoke with friends, they would always go into a dispensary. I'd stay in the car and wait for them to do their thing. Because me, I'm like, dude, if I'm not buying it myself, then, you know, and I'd never buy it. I'd just go with friends, chip in for gas, and, you know, whenever I go down there to smoke legally. But this time around, I'm like, dude, I'm going to an Ozzy concert, and I got a little bit of money to chip in on a J or two. Why not? Instead of buying another joint, I ended up buying a gram unrolled and then a gram pre-rolled. Boom. Got a good deal on that. Yeah, dude. You walk into a marijuana dispensary, it's the most magical feeling in the world. The smell is just paradise. And then that's when you hear AC/DC, "I'm on my way to the promised land." Yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Stone Sour and Ozzy, thanks for coming to Colorado and performing. Unfortunately, I missed Stone Sour because GPS was giving me and my concert buddy the runabout. This is so typical GPS. Turn left. I can't. That's a dead end. Turn right. I can't turn right because that's a bridge. I'll go in the water. But then we get to the concert, and as we're pulling around Chopper Circle to get into the Pepsi Dome right off of Colfax, There's this giant white building with this gorgeous clock tower. I'm already pre-baked before the concert. I lean out the window. I didn't smoke I didn't smoke in the car, dude. Fuck that. I know. I went to a designated spot to smoke. I didn't want the driver's car smelling like that or anything. That's just out of respect. You know what I'm saying? And I also made sure I had a spare change of clothes for the morning. That way, I'm not traveling back to Wyoming reeking of cannabis. Because if you were to get stopped, they'd be like, "Sir, why do you smell like pot?" Because I'm autistic, I have cataracts, I have depression, and I went to a concert to cheer me up and partake in, blah, 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 blah. Although I noticed that as soon as you mention you're autistic, most people don't fuck with you because they're like, "Oh, dude." No, but on the for real, though, you gotta be smart about that shit. And like any weed that I had purchased at a dispensary, I made sure that was smoked all in one night. So that way when I'm traveling back to Wyoming, I don't have anything on me. Because that's just being smart about it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's stupid that cops gotta sit there and, which car has it. But truth be told, I saw something that was pretty fucking cool, dude. Right as we were passing Laramie, just about, I saw a couple of cops had somebody pulled over, and they were helping that person change their tire. And I was like, dude, that is too fucking cool. Right the fuck on. That warmed my heart, YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. I was like, right on. I don't like cop bashing. I think it's stupid. Are there corrupt cops in the system? Yes. Are there cops that abuse their power and treat people like shit? Yes. Is it fair? No. Is every cop like that? No. No. When you got people, they're not even in danger, they're just doing it to be a good citizen, and do their job, to serve and protect. So that was like, hell yeah. Because me and the driver were looking at that going, "Oh, I wonder what's going on down there." And as we sped by, we saw that the person they had pulled over his car was on a jack, and I'm like, hell yeah. So there you go. Had an awesome time at the concert. Would definitely go to see Ozzy again if I could. And Ozzy said he's not done touring. He's like, "That's a crock of shit," to quote what he said at the concert. He's doing one more world tour. And then after that, he's just sticking to doing the United States, and that's it. Which is understandable, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's slowing down, but he's not just, yeah, dude. Ozzy still got it, man. That was a kick-ass concert. I did have a couple people recognize me when I was at the concert, though. That was kind of cool. They didn't stop and ask for an autograph or chit-chat. They were just like, "Oh, got the King Cobra, that's what's up." Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I get my ticket. I get through security with the only wand I brought with me, which is this one. And I walk up the escalator. And then I heard someone shout, "Got the King Cobra, now it's a party." I'm like, yeah, dude. For as many people that were at that concert, I'm surprised they even got recognized. With only 7,000 plus subscribers on YouTube, I got a little bit of recognition at the concert. That was pretty cool. I had some stuffy, ticket person, vendor, whatever they're called. Fucking, yeah. What are they called? Fuck, I just had the name. I didn't care, dude. The circumstances what they were, Stewardess, no, that's a person on a plane. Freaking shit. Usher, yeah, there we go. That's some stuffy Usher giving me shit, and I'm just like, dude, come on. Really? I had a couple people making some nasty negative comments toward me. I had a stuffy Usher dealing with me. But I didn't care, dude. I wasn't going to let people's negativity, get to me. I wasn't gonna let the grumpy usher get to me. I wasn't gonna let missing half the concert get to me because I got to see Ozzy. That's silver lining, dude. But yeah, dude, I had an awesome time at the Ozzy concert, and I'll catch you cool cobras on the next one.